Hello, welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Did you like that intro? That's a tease for Breaking Lights, my original Lovecraft film that is in pre-production. If you want to check it out, there's a link to the GoFundMe down below in the description box. But anyway, for returning subscribers, hey, welcome back. For new guys, hey, welcome to the channel. Hit subscribe if you like what you see. What we're going to be doing today is my Season 2, Episode 8 review of The Boys. I'm going to just review the episode as is, and then I think I'll release another video which is like a Season 2 overview. You know, I'll talk about the whole season, because there is a review in there. I don't think just reviewing... Yeah, I think there's definitely a review in there of the overall Season 2, like the pacing, the structure. You know, we didn't binge it all, it was week by week, all that good stuff, and I do want to talk about it. Now, I'm going to have to recap last episode's review, because a lot of people seem to be misconstrued by like the title. Like I said, so did it go woke or something like that, which is like episode 7 review. Headlines are headlines. The content of the video, I specifically said in the content of the video, was that it just ever so slightly shifted its balance from, you know, poking fun at stuff to being more serious in tone with respect to like a, you know, a sort of a political leaning, I guess you could say. I still stand by the fact that this overall season has been very satirical. I think that they brought it back around in this episode. Now, I'm going to outline it, and this is the problem with being quite, you know, centrist in your views, because you can't please anyone, but I guess, you know, fuck you. A lot of the people were pointing to the senator, I guess it was a senator? The senator woman being an AOC type. Well, look, full spoilers. Obviously, we're going to be talking full spoilers here, but they brought it all the way back around to her being the murderer. So if they were like full-blown woke, you know, absolutely woke out the arse, they wouldn't have her being, you know, full-blown murderer. I feel like, you know, you don't have to be left or right-leaning to see that the intro to the last episode felt a bit out of place. It felt a bit preachy. And if you subscribe to my second channel, Car Nonsense, which is just a car channel, I spoke to Nick about, you know, the last episode, because he's not political in any way, shape or form, and he was like, yeah, it just felt out of place. It's just not that kind of show. And I think that's the best explanation for it. You know, you can deal with Nazis, you can talk about the Nazis, you can talk about the woke politics, you can, you know, rip on the Gillette adverts, all those kind of stuff, you know, and you're doing it in a hilarious fashion, and it works. You know, that has worked really, really well. But that intro, it's not that kind of show. It just didn't feel right. It felt very tacked on. But this episode, I felt really brought it back around. I really like the callbacks, actually. So, in terms of the overall pacing of the episode, they did some good stuff. I felt like the pacing was good. There's a lot of dialogue in this show that if you... Again, this is why Season 2 overall review is worthwhile, because some of the dialogue has been absolute jank-ass shit. But if you'd watched it and binged it, you wouldn't have focused so much on the dialogue, because they'd hit it each time. You know, a new episode would come out, you'd watch it, and it would, you know, appease you a little bit. There's too much peaking and troughing with the dialogue. Like this episode, for instance, Frenchie's dialogue when they're running back to the car. You know, oh, the grenades, it's in the car. It's our only chance. Like, why did you shout that, mate? She's going to blow up the car. You know, like, you just think about, like, are you stupid? You know, you've survived multiple superheroes. I was going to say supervillains. They are, aren't they? And yet that's what you shout that in earshot of her? What are you doing? I just think to myself, what is going on here? Super dumb. Now, I really like what they've done with Homelander. So they've pulled it back around. Again, this is what I mean. They have pulled it back around. He's still somewhat likable in some regard. You know, the fact that he was trying to make a connection with his son, saying, you know, I love you, and all these kind of things. There's glimmers of hope. That's what makes him still sort of likable. But you still know he's damaged, and you still know he's messed up. Clearly, by the end shot of him masturbating over the city. Like, what are you doing, mate? Like, I could do whatever I want. Bah! Like, Christ alive, son. You are shot in the brain. But there's the glimmers of humanity there. Now, obviously, in the last episode, was revealed that Black Noir was not a Homelander clone like in the comics. And a lot of people said, oh, well, maybe he's the clone of Edgar. He's not. You know, but whatever. But they've worked the contingency back around in the Sun. saying that the Sun is actually Homelander's contingency, right? It's the contingency plan for Homelander, because obviously he's going to grow up and have the same powers. But that was just a happy mistake, so it's definitely a plot hole there. Like, it's absolutely a plot hole. I think they included the Sun, was like, oh, this would be cool, ooh. And then they were like, ah, shit, what can we do with this? So I like the fact that he is the contingency plan. I like the fact that they've not done the clones, but they have worked a way around it to sort of bring the cloning back in there. Obviously with, you know, progenitors of the Sun and things like that. But it's a plot hole, because they didn't know that he was going to, you know, have sex with Becca. They didn't know that the Sun would be born with powers. These are not things that they knew. They didn't plan it. It's not divine providence. They literally, it's a happy mistake. And they were like, yeah, okay, well, whatever. We'll use it to our advantage. We'll make him the contingency plan. Bit dumb. I really like Stormfront being obliterated. It was like Anakin Skywalker. That was hilarious. Very, very, very interesting that they went that route. I think she'll come back, inevitably. And I hope she's a riff on Darth Vader. Because it's definitely an Anakin Skywalker riff-off. I'd love to see a riff on Darth Vader. That'd be great. I'd really enjoy that. I'd really, really enjoy that. I think that'd be hilarious. And I like the fact as well that Homelander's son, Ryan, is the one that kills Becca. I was really thinking that they were going to save Becca in this. And I was thinking to myself, Christ, if you keep Becca alive again, and it's the motivation for the same fucking season next season, the same motivation, I don't know if I'd want to watch it. Because where's the motivation at that point, you know? Like, nah, super dumb. Super lame, not interested. But it was good. I think that was good. I think it's good motivation as well for Ryan in narrative to be good in future. And I like that a lot. I think that's smart. I think that's really, really clever. So there was a lot I liked. Again, dialogue was garbage in this. I've spoken to some people and they've been really surprised that Kimiko came back to life after her neck was snapped. The girl. Season 1, she came back to life. Black Noir killed her. She came back to life. I think she died twice across the seasons, and this is the third time, so that's not a surprise at all. And I think that's good as well, making her essentially immortal. I think there's something fun about that. Yeah, I liked it. I liked the Deep in this. Deep was funny. A-Train was good, just showing how he's basically just ultra greedy, just wants back in, wants the money and stuff. It was a good round out to the whole season. Good round out to the whole season. Some dumbass dialogue. I do think that Butcher giving away Ryan to Mallory and the CIA was a bit out of character, because he promised Becca that he was going to look after her. So I got the impression that he was going to look after him permanently, but he's not. Like, why? What's that all about? Very strange. Very, very strange. Again, spoken to some other people, and they said that the dialogue in the middle was a bit preachy on race. I disagree with that, actually, because so what dialogue they're referring to is the dialogue between Butcher and Edgar, when he's like, mate, like, you're dealing with a racist bitch, like, surely you are concerned that, you know, you can't keep a lid on her, you know, because of your skin, basically. So, you know, I look at that and I go, well, you know, I don't think that that's preachy, and I actually think that it's an obvious question. Like, we've all been thinking it, haven't we? Why is she under him? Like, of course, obviously. Why is this racist woman underneath, you know, a coloured guy? What's the point in that? I don't know whether coloured is even PC anymore. Fucking God, it's a minefield these days. But why would she be under him? Who knows? Like, but there you go. It's all about the money, you know. Why would he be doing it? Again, it's all about the money. He is a businessman. It's the bottom dollar for him. It's the share price. And I think that makes sense. I thought it made sense. It was a question that we were all inevitably asking. So, yeah, I liked it. I did like it. I don't think now... I do feel that they've wrote themselves into a bit of a corner with respect to Homelander and Billy Butcher. Homelander can just go and kill Butcher. He doesn't have to do anything. He doesn't have to not kill him. Yes, they've all been absolved of the crimes, but there's nothing to stop him from killing him now. If he'd kept the Sun, they could have worked that in as the defense, but there's no reason now. So, I don't know, it was interesting. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below if you liked it or you didn't like it. I think the girls get it done callback was hilarious. I really liked that. It was very funny. Yeah, I'll be intrigued to see where they go next season. A-Train's back in, the Deep's not. Or they're going to make the True? Who knows? I got a video on the Deep coming up, actually. An explained video because his comic origin is quite funny by comparison to his show origin. There's quite a lot of differences there. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. You can stay up to date on the world of pop culture, movie news, and reviews like this by hitting the bell notification icon. Like I said at the start, I'm making a movie. It's linked down below. Whilst Hollywood is shutting down, I am still trying to make content for you all. But anyway, it's a Lovecraft film, so check it out. Thanks so much. Take care.